This is my first live stream, so first off, I want to say please bear with me if there are any technical difficulties. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys my roster and then kind of go through some of the new level 74 light side missions that were made available once you reach level 74. So like I said, I'll just kind of start with my roster and give you guys a preview of what I'm looking like there. So as you can see, and I think most people know, I've got every toon outside of Vader up to 7 stars, and they're all at least level 70. And the majority of these toons are all geared to level 7. I think right now I'm missing 16 toons to get up to gear 7. And like I said, I'll kind of just go ahead and run through those and let you guys check them out. So we have Qui-Gon Jinn. I was able to gear him up at level 74. I did do some pre-crafting, so I've got some gear available. And then when I rise in levels, level 77 and level 78, I will go ahead and probably do my Qui-Gon Jinn, because I know his gear 10 should be a little bit easier to complete than most of the other toons that they have available right now. So as you can see here, I've got one of these Nubian security scanners. I pre-crafted one of those, but I can't equip it until level 77. And then one of these Mark 8 armor mods. I pre-crafted one of those. So when I get to level 78, he's going to be sitting at gear 10, and then even have more power. He's at 6,400 right now, which is pretty incredible. I think he's my highest power in toon. And of course, I've got Genosian Soldier. He's maxed out. I've got one of these made as well, so I can get him to gear 10, but I think I'm just going to hold off on him for right now. There's my Obi. Royal Guard staple in all of my comps right now. Grandmaster Yoda. I've got all of his pieces available, but I think I'm just going to hold off on him for right now. Oops, sorry about that. My Count Dooku. I think this is all I need to actually max him out, so I need a few more of those syringes, like every other toon needs those syringes. My 5s, I'm going to be working on him, because I really think clones might be viable sometime in the future. My Rex, Rex, and you'll kind of see, Rex is a very important piece to doing and completing some of these new hard missions. His subdue ability here, it does damage equal to 20% of the target's maximum health. So on some of these bosses, Rex is able to do about 20k damage. It's really a lifesaver when you get up to some of those bosses with, 120,000 HP. Daka, I think she's going to get better here really shortly, because she gets a plus 15 stun chance here at level 76. Of course, we've got to be able to farm these new Omega mats, so no telling when that's actually going to happen. But 60% chance on stun on basic is going to be a pretty good annoyance. My Poggle, I haven't even really messed with him recently. Lumi. My Barris. Barris is an important toon to at least have leveled. I can equip one of these new pieces. I'm just kind of, like I said, holding off for right now just because of limited availability on those pieces that we were able to pre-craft. Ewok Elder. I love this guy. He's a beast. My First Order, of course, he's maxed out. He hits like a truck. My Tusken Shaman, I can get him to gear 9 right now as well, but I'm just kind of holding off on that. And the reason why I chose to go for Tusken Shaman is because Darkseid is missing really good and quality healers. So that's kind of why I'm choosing Daka and Tusken Shaman. I know you have Talia and stuff like that, but I think Tusken Shaman's going to be a little bit better in the long run. My Sid, Kylo Ren, I think if I get some more of these Carbonti sensors, which are just the worst to gear. I have probably the lowest drop rate ever on these. Plo Koon, he's garbage. My Anakin, like I said, I burn up these furnaces. I had 2 of them. I put one on Rex, one on Dooku. I kind of regret not putting it on Rey, but or even Anakin here, because I know Anakin's going to be pretty tough to deal with soon. Like I said, you'll see that my clones are pretty much maxed out because I expect big things from them pretty soon. Of course, the Counselor. There's my Rey. You know, she's maxed out ability-wise, but as I was mentioning before, I could have put one of these furnaces on her, but I chose not to. Just in light of all the new changes that they're going to be making to combat, I don't know how it's going to affect her. Because they say that they're going to kind of lower the amount of damage for tunes with the highest speed, and if you know anything about it, her and Leia are going to have be the two fastest tunes in the game. So I didn't know how it was going to affect her, so that's kind of why I chose just to go ahead and put it on Rex. My Kit Fisto, IG-86, Phasma. Phasma is going to be pretty darn good here coming up, because I mean her abilities are just I don't know how this is going to change again, because they're going to be changing the advantage, so how this might change her basic abilities, but hopefully they don't change this one. This one's going to be a major ability. And then her full state, I've got it up to its top as well, and then this, I've got all my tunes, first order able to do 40% assist attacks. That's pretty big. Ewoks, I've got them, I play with them every now and then. I've been kind of really waiting and wanting to get their abilities up, because I think they can be a pretty fun team to work with. Jiminy Smith, I see ya. Just kind of, thanks for kind of looking right now. Like I said, this is just my first run at a live stream. Just kind of showing off my roster. And then I just kind of want to go over some of these new light side missions here. My Boba. Ahsoka. She's pretty good. Like I said, I use her when they gave her that buff, because of her plus 45% health and speed and her 10% critical chance. Here's my Grievous. He was quite honestly, he's probably the worst character in the game, outside of a couple of other tunes like Ugnaught and Mob Enforcer. Everyone had high hopes for him, but he's so slow, has so low health. I just didn't continue to gear him. I got most of his abilities, you see, pretty close to being max, and I just kind of gave up on him because he's just... I don't have anywhere to put him right now. Here's my Darth Maul. I don't even have his abilities up to their higher levels, and he is still pretty darn good sometimes. My Leia. I haven't even come close to finish maxing her gear out. Like I said, I've just had other priorities right now. Here's a new Magma Trooper. He's okay. He's really tough to gear. I mean, look at this. He takes 40 of those Mark IVs here. Another 20 of those Mark III pieces there. Another 20 there. Another 20 there. So he's really difficult to gear up. So that's kind of why I put him on the shelf right now so I can focus on some of my main squad. Here's my Lando. I'm a Gundy. I think he's going to be really good coming up. I've heard a lot of good things. Statistically, he looks like he's going to be able to do a lot of neat things, especially on his defensive side. He's got that defense up buff. He's going to be able to give all his Jedis a bigger percentage chance to counterattack. So he's one to watch for. Poe, we all know that guy. I never really put him in any of my squads, just because I'm always, I don't like being seeing all these fads run around there and everything. Poe was just, he's okay for me. Resistance Pilot, a sleeper. I haven't had a chance to get his abilities up, but I will be doing that in the future. Hoth Rebel Scout, heard a lot of good things about him. But again, just kind of, he's mid-range, sitting on my shelf right now. Here's a Night Sister, Mace Windu, Greedo, Chewie, Grand Moff Tarkin. I'm hoping, that the Empire teams, we'll get a little better. And Jiminy, I see you say, do you think Han Solo will be worth it in the long run? Yeah, I actually do. He has got some pretty good benefits. First Order Stormtrooper, not to get off track there, but First Order Stormtrooper, I see a lot of good things coming up for him. He's got this counter chance, 65% counter chance when he gets up to level 72, so good. He's a tank. He can give himself advantage. And this hindering shot can do a lot of damage as well. So, but back to what you're saying, Jiminy. Sorry about that. Cad Bane, he's horrible. I hate that guy. Here's my Dacha. General Veers, Empire team. But back to Han Solo. I can see him being pretty good. His turn meter addition to all of his squad, it's going to be pretty beneficial in this new meta because I don't think speed is going to play as big as factor as what everyone, how it affects meta now. So speed probably won't be, a big thing. So taking that into consideration, turn meter, especially turn meter for your allies, will be some pretty serious. So here's Savage Opress, or Savage. He can be pretty good too. I love that his overpower ability can kill anybody. Instant kill. IG-88. Tebow. Admiral Akbar. Here's my Finn. Luke Skywalker. Lobot. Never even messed with this guy too much. Chief Chirpa. I love this guy. He is one of my new favorite characters. Just because of all the things he can do. He's got some really good benefits as far as putting him in the leader position. Just for this particular reason, whenever the Ewoks, whenever they attack, he can give them additional turn meters. So that's why I kind of love tooling around with the Ewoks, and I think this might be the next squad that I'm going to get up in abilities and gear up. Newt Gunray, he's broken. His leadership ability right now. Where it says stealth allies gain 45% critical chance and gain 25% turn meter. Devs have confirmed that this 25% turn meter gain should only be for tunes that are stealthed. But right now it affects everybody. So you see this comp build out there with Lando kind of sitting in the background, and then once he does his AoE attack, he crits just about everybody. So that gives him 125% turn meter, and he gets to go again. So I believe that will be fixed soon if they haven't already coded it in there yet. Now here's Han. Again, I've got him, just a gear 7. I'm kind of sitting on him. I do expect big things from him. Again, just because of his turn meter, and you could even throw him in the leader position because he gives defense, which is, they say, going to be more important of a factor, and then offense up. So, and then he gives that turn meter boost, and that's going to be really important. So I'm just going to sitting on him. Like I said, I think I'm going to just go ahead and probably farm some of his gear, and then just kind of hold on to it and see how well he works in this new meta. My FOO, I can gear him up a little bit more, but again, without knowing some of these changes to the combat mechanics, especially advantage, I've just been kind of sitting on some characters and just really dealing with my current arena squad. I typically use Qui-Gon Jinn, Dooku, Royal Guard, GS, Rey. I've been putting in Daka right now. Just kind of switching things up and kind of really just focusing on 7 or 8 tunes there. Biggs. What's up with you, Consta? And then you got IG-100, Stormtrooper, Resistance Trooper. Now I hear and I looked at Resistance Trooper stats. He's going to be one of the hardest hitting characters in the game here at level 80. But again, sitting him on the shelf for right now. And somebody asked if I use Yoda. Yes, I do use Yoda. I use him in my arena squad, kind of quite often because he has the ability to give that tenacity up, that plus 99,999% tenacity up. That really helps defend your Royal Guard. And before I get into these missions, I can do a squad arena, kind of let you look at what I'm doing there. Stormtrooper, Jedi Knight, one of the ones I don't have the Gear 7 yet. So you'll kind of start seeing some of these tunes that I don't have the Gear 7. But I'm pretty close. Like I said, I think I'm 16 off right now. Here's my Vader, 36 of 85 shards. Can't wait to get this guy to at least 6-star. He'll be really good. Hoth Rebel Soldier, Eth Koth. But again, all of them are all 7-star outside of Vader. And level 70, Mob Enforcer. Another Night Sister here. Ugnaught. And then Cup, pretty good character if you can get his basic up for stuns. Jawa. And then back to Qui-Gon Jinn. So let me go ahead and, people were asking if I use Yoda, so I'll just kind of go back to my squad arena here. And right now I'm currently one at 31,095 power. So I'll just go ahead and we'll just go with this number 2 here. Just kind of show you what this looks like. So this is the squad that I'm just kind of playing around with right now. I can sub out Daka and put in Dooku and switch him in as a leader. But like I said, I've just kind of been wanting to test different comps and everything else like that just to see how things are working. So I'll just kind of run with this squad now and let you guys see it. So this guy doesn't have a Royal Guard, so I'm really going to be able to pick apart his team here. This is kind of the importance of having a taunt in your builds, because if you don't, I can just literally focus on the ones that I don't want to be around. As we know, Rey hits hard, but first, so since Yoda's going first, I always use his meditation. And the reason why, Dooku's not going to stun. You're not going to be able to take the taunt off of my Royal Guard, so that's kind of why it's really important. Oh, the sound's loud. Okay, let me see if I can turn it down here a little bit. Sorry about that. Tell me if that's better. Hey, comment to let me know if that's any better for you guys. Thanks, Jiminy. So I hope you guys are able to still hear me as well. But yeah, like I said, without having a Royal Guard in this particular build for the opponent, I'm just able to go after all the tunes that I really don't like here. So as you can see, I'm just picking him apart. It's pretty simple for me. Like I said, he's not even able to touch some of my high DPS tunes yet. We'll just go ahead and keep that foresight on Yoda there. I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can get a character back. Nope, but I healed him. I typically leave Dooku for last because he's just such an annoyance. I just go ahead and get rid of the other characters first. Oh, she's going to heal. Who cares? Go ahead and get her out of the game. And then Dooku's up next. There you go. Pretty simple. Like I said, that's why I suggest having a taunt in any build, because if you don't, people are able to pick apart just any tune that they see as being a threat to them. So again, the main focus and the reason why I kind of wanted to do this live stream is to show folks what the new. I've already completed them, but to show what the new missions are. They're not extremely hard at all, but again, I kind of want to point out these hard missions. I think everyone's going to be able to get by, these these new missions on normal mode, but it's the hard ones that are going to matter the most. And the reason why is because some of these bosses, as you can see, they're like gear 11. They have an extremely high amount of HP. Now, I've been running Rex in here because he has the ability to do a significant amount of damage. I'm going to go ahead and choose Alita. She's at level 74 with me. I throw some healers in there. So this is the comp that I've been using. It's been working really well. Rex is the key here again. He does that 20% maximum health damage. And I'll run through this and I'll kind of let you guys see exactly what I'm talking about here and why I think Rex is going to be very important for most people to get through some of these missions. Because 20,000, that's what he's going to do. He's going to do 20k damage, and you know that is a huge amount. So just in these beginning stages, I don't even choose to use some of their abilities. It's you know, I'm just kind of holding off. I'll probably have to use her heal ability real quick, but for the most part, I just kind of try not to use any of the big abilities until the final boss. So any of you guys have any questions out there at all? I haven't seen any comments or anything else like that. Just kind of, like I said, really wanted to show you guys some of these new missions. Now on these guys, I will have to use some of these extra abilities because they can get some bonus attacks off and really hurt your squad. Damn bonus attacks. I'm just going to go ahead and thump this guy out real quick. Well, I think I can get a heal off with my Ewok here, so that's what I'm going to have to do. Jiminy, who is the one to be farming right now? Well, I guess that really depends on who you have. My opinion, Qui-Gon Jinn, if you don't have him, get him. He's going to be a little bit easier to gear at his level 10 and even level 11. So that's just my suggestion. So before I focus on Maul here, I'm going to take out some of these other guys because I'm going to have to heal up here. They can do some damage to your tunes. But yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn for me. I think he's going to be, you know, he's got the best toolkit around. We'll just leave Maul here right now. Hopefully he doesn't do a big attack on me. I'm farming the clones right now. Well, of course, you know, I mean farming. I'm gearing up the clones right now. Just because I see them having some pretty big potential in the upcoming. Now, I want you to guys really pay attention to this attack here. So I'm going to use the subdue attack right now. And I'll show you guys what it looks like here. Watch how much damage this does. Bang, 20k. That is a huge amount. So you've already got Sid and Savage. I don't know. That's kind of a. It depends on really who you're looking to focus on. If you can farm Dooku and Cantina, he'll help you out there. You know, he's a Sith. I expect a release of Emperor Palpatine here pretty soon. Look at this hit. Yeah. Put tenacity up. Yeah, I'm thinking that Emperor Palpatine is going to be a character here in the near future. Hey, Ferno, I see ya. But yeah, Emperor Palpatine, he's gonna make really good Sith synergies. He's gonna be able to give him speed. So he's gonna do a lot of good things. So if you're looking for like a Sith squad, you might want to focus on. Oh, so you're asking just for arena? You mean as far as who in arena shipments go? Okay, I understand. Let me get through this and I'll kind of... Right, okay. Let's see here. Well, let me go ahead and peel back here. So you'll see I have a lot of arena tokens. I just can't use them anymore. So Consta. So I'm already a part of a guild. I am part of Team Instinct. I've been in that guild before guilds were a thing. I think I joined them, shortly after the launch of this game. Everyone's been clamoring, so we kind of started one because we knew they would make their way. Stormtrooper Han, again, I think I just spoke about him a little bit ago. I think he would be a good one to farm, to be quite honest. Just pointed out that, his ability to give his whole entire team turn meter. He's a little squishy. He doesn't have high hit points, but he acts pretty quick as far as turn goes, and he's a taunt. That's kind of important. Like I tell everybody, have a taunt in all of your builds, because if you don't have a taunt, people like me are able just to pick apart any character that I feel is a threat. IG-88's a good one, but I sit him on the shelf because I don't run a droid comp, and he's not good much for else. Asajj, I could see her being decent, but her AI, what makes her bad is the way that the computer plays her. Her AI is horrible. So that's the only reason why I really haven't invested a whole lot in Asajj. HK-47, he could be a good leader if you're running droids. But for me, since I'm not droid focused or anything else like that, if you've already got Sid, you've already got, Savage, I would say Stormtrooper Han. If you don't have a taunt dedicated to your teams yet, I would go ahead and get Stormtrooper Han. Like I said, he's good. I would say he's tied for second place as far as taunts go right now. Royal Guard for me is number 1. Then you have Poe and Stormtrooper Han kind of sitting at that 2 or 3 spot. You just got to have a taunt, guys. So while we're talking about it, let me just go ahead and go to like Galactic War. You'll see like I've got a lot of Galactic War tokens because I maxed out my Magma Trooper, got him to 7-star this way. So if you're looking at Galactic War shipments, again, you really can build a viable droid team from all of these shipments. Because again, here we have IG-86. I don't know if is that Andrea or Andrea, but you're welcome. So now IG-86, he's here. Poggle, he's here as well. But for me, again, since I avoid droids, I've never been, I'm not a fan. Well, further, you can see my characters. I actually went through them in the beginning of this stream, so you can probably cycle back. It'll be on my YouTube channel anyway, so you can kind of go back through the video. I ran through every single character that I have, but I'll let you get a glance at them here in just a second. So yeah, IG-86, Poggle, if you're looking for droids. Phasma might be, if you don't have him, he might be a really good tune to start, getting up in those stars, because if they change advantage like they say they're going to, he might be an all-star. I mean, an all-star. Tusken Raider's okay. Yeah, I see Del R. Right. Well, if you don't have, if you're kind of not in the payout ranks, droids are very, very good. I mean, they can get you up in those higher arena ranks. So I know you say you're holding off, but if you don't have a solid and you're not investing too much money in the game, droids are very viable. I gotta say, I would probably say there's quite a few free-to-pay players that are running droids. Resistance Pilot, he's going to be another one, by the way. If you want to take a look at that, I think he's going to be pretty good here in the future. Now, Biggs, he's got that little thing called ship synergies built into him, so I don't know if they're ever going to release him, but if they do, I would probably, I might look at him, but for now, he's sitting on the shelf. So, Cantina, I've got 17,000, and I use them up on these ability mats, because when you kind of get this high abilities, generally cost 26 green, 20 blue. So I run out of the blues and greens all the time. I would have a lot more Cantina tokens, but I just, every time a new refresh comes up, I just go ahead and buy a blue and green ability map because I run out of them. I ran out of them. I'm typically sitting at, no purples, no blues, no greens. I mean, as soon as I get them, I use them. But I've made a little bit of a stockpile on the blues and greens right now. I think I've got, maybe 60 of the green, or 80 of the green and 60 of the blue, something like that. But now as far as Cantina goes, Poe, great taunt. Fives. I can't speak enough about this guy. He gets a huge health increase. He's going to be crazy once we're going to be able to get these gold Omega ability mats. I mean, he's just going to be such a versatile character, and I'll kind of go back into him and explain why. Ahsoka, old Daka. I love Daka. Such a good character. He's carried me through a lot of dark side missions. But again, this is. So Finn, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't invest too much in Finn, by the way, but he's okay. For me in the tank challenges, I've got a bit of a different squad. I think I've got a video posted up there, but yeah, if you in the tank challenges, stun is the best debuff to have, hands down, because you're going to stop Savage from doing that really huge AOE attack that reduces you down. Furno, yeah, first order officer is good, but he's kind of still like a mid-range character. And then, like I said, it really depending on what your goal is in this game. I mean, it really depends on if you're looking to place better in arena. But again, first order officer could get better depending on how they change the advantage. So if they change the advantage that in a really good way, they say it's going to be for one action, that a tune has the potential to crit. Oh yeah, sorry about that, Andre. Tank is the one with Mace Windu. Yeah, I'm sorry, got my mind everywhere. I completely forget, but yeah, that could be it. So yeah, I don't even know what I was thinking there, brother. Sorry about that. Yeah, so today I can do an attacker one for you. I'll show you who I use in attackers. I mean, you just throw your highest DPS characters in there. I put Anakin in there so that my allies can use Anakin at a higher gearing. Otherwise, like I said, just throw your highest DPS tunes in there and just go crazy. Put it on auto. You don't even have to do anything. I mean, I most of the time I put Sid in there just so we can have a little bit of extra critical chance. Not like I said, I just put it on auto because I can just coast right through this. I mean, the debuffs that are placed on Veers and Tarkin are just ridiculous. You take out one of the little droids, and then you one shot or two shot those guys, and they're pretty dead. So, like I said, for me, I just put them on auto and let them do their thing. I hate that Rey uses her triple or quad attack on the lowest health character always, but oh well. You just take out one of these little droids, bang bang, then you just focus on one of these guys. Delaware, well, it looks like that's good. I see you said you had you rank around 20. So these are new 772 challenges, by the way. So these are going to be these Carbonti sensors. Obviously, you can see a lot of different tunes need them. I think everyone's going to need them coming up here soon. So keep those. Those are 50 pieces. And then these droid callers. Now, if you look at these droid callers, I mean, every single tune is eventually going to need them. So stockpile those. I haven't had a need for them just yet. Like I said, I'm trying to save as much gear as I can, just working on my main squad. These Mark IVs, by the way, every tune needs one of these. I think you guys probably know that by now. I mean, if you look at that list right there, that is quite a few that still need these. So I quit farming them for right now, but I got to get back to it. I think I've already went through maybe 1,000 of those things. So back to these light side bat. Well, I guess I'll show you a Galactic War before I get back to the light side missions. I've got a little bit of time. Yep, I've got a little bit of time left here. But I kind of just coast through these real quick. I mean, this is my main squad. Just kind of, this is my testing ground. Galactic War for me is a testing ground as far as new comps, new builds go. I just want to see synergies. I try to figure out, you know, if a team comp's going to work at all. I really like these clones. I mean, they're good. I don't even care about that stun. You know, I can stun somebody else. Let's get rid of this guy. Just testing ground for me. It's real important because, you know, the new meta, we don't know what it's going to look like. No, Plo I tried that, brother. No, he's horrible. He's all over the place. That, you know, you don't know if the guy wants to be a part of the clones or what, but he's no. The only good thing for clones he does is give him turn meter, but that's it. That's all he does. He's no good for anything else. His AOE attack is just horrible. I don't know. He's bad. Oh, stop my big attack. Yeah, I'll go ahead and heal now. Yeah, Furno, I'm a Gundy is a pretty good leader. I mean, Galactic War is just a thing for me. I mean, you know, obviously if you've seen my roster, I can throw just about any 5 tunes in and really and win. I might go through. You know, actually a lot of my tunes die because again, this is just my testing ground. I just throw them in there and just see what typically I just put it on auto, and the reason why is because I want to see how the AI actually handles these tunes, you know, especially on defense and things like that. Who do they attack? I mean, these things are important to me. Like I said, just to know, you know, the ins and outs of every character. But yeah, like I said, Galactic War for me, you know, I guess we'll see what the next node brings up. But I've been seeing, you know, level 72s and level 73s in my Galactic War. It usually starts around node 3 or node 4. So they're kind of laying off on me today. I mean, you know, 65 at node 3, that's not going to be a problem either. And if you notice, I can still restart. So for me, I'm always a day behind in Galactic War. I don't know if it's out of laziness or what, but I just... you can actually, as long as you start a Galactic War and you don't finish it, you know, you can restart. You know, you can go through it and then restart the next day. For me, I don't know why I do it. It's just I've always done it that way. So back to these battles and going to these hard missions. I showed you the Darth Maul. Again, Vader. This one's pretty simple as well. Doesn't take too much, but the importance of having healers in there. You know, you see I got 3 healers and 3 DPS essentially. But again, I'm going to say it. Rex is the key here. That guy just did 20,000 damage on 1 attack. That's better than Ray times 2. Matter of fact, I'm just going to put this on. No, I'm not going to put it on auto because I don't want Rex to use his big ability. So you guys got any other questions out there? Like I said, I'm on a limited amount of time here. I really just wanted to, you know, show some of these new missions, and I'll go through them individually. I mean, at least not playing through them. I've got some things to do this morning, but like I said, just kind of running through here and showing you what the hard nodes are really, because these ones, I think anybody's going to be able to knock out the easy normal missions. They're not too hard. I think I didn't. Yeah, Ferno. Work. Fortunately, I've got a pretty cushy office job that I can make my own hours with, so I usually work. I don't like going in early, and I usually work, you know, from 10-ish to, you know, 6 or 7, depends. But I'm not an early riser by any means. I get up early. I just don't like to function early in the morning. Woo! Look at that. That just nuked me. Ha! That was a serious hit. I hadn't been across that one yet. Whoops! I think I should have healed there. Man, my whole squad just got nuked. I didn't see that one coming. Bye-bye, Rex. So I'll show you how hard Vader is without Rex then. Well, so now I'm going to have to approach this a little differently, I think. Well, what's my only option here? I think I'm going to have to pick apart some of these little guys here, see if I can get them off. If not, I think I'm actually going to lose this one. I threw that grenade out there and got me. Yeah, 3,500 on a hit. His goons behind him are hitting harder. Of course, if he pulls out that calling blade, I'm just going to go ahead and heal now. And then I should have my Barris, her heal coming up behind it if I need it. Yep, here goes the dots, and then the calling blade. Oh, so I was able to... Man, he's just going to... Luckily I just did that heal. Well, I'm going to die here, too. Get the defense off. Good, a little bit more healing. Yeah, I'm so surprised about that grenade. It just took me out there. But I've already 3-starred this one. I went through them last night and yesterday. So look how many hit points these big bosses have. That's 10,000, so that's 12,000. Almost 13. And we're at about 16.5 there. 22, 30, 34 now. 36. 40, 42, 48. I mean, so think about that. The guy's got 100,000 hit points. I mean, no doubt about it. No. So anyways, guys, that's just a couple of the nodes. Like I said, I'll run through them individually so that you can at least, I mean, not just kind of highlight each one of them so that way you can see what the bosses are. I mean, the hardest one, the ones that I had the most difficulty with was the mall challenge. And, well, that one was kind of fluky. But the Genosian tune, he wasn't too difficult. But the Dooku, he was kind of tough. Yeah, easy win, Furno, something like that. But yeah, the Dooku, he's really tough. I had to run that one twice. I think I 1-starred the first time just because I wasn't expecting. I think there were some Tuskens in there. There was like 5 of them, and they all got bonus attacks off and like took out. They seemed like they were pinpointing individual characters instead of normal AI stuff where they just kind of spread out their attacks. So it hurt me. But then Dooku, he's got 100,000 hit points, and he counters every single attack. So it was definitely tough. So Furno, this one's kind of just for you. Like I said, I'll just show you my characters again. I'll just kind of run through them. Gear 9 Qui-Gon, Gear 9 Genosian, Gear 9 Obi-Wan, Gear 9 Daka, Gear 9 Royal Guard, Gear 9 Yoda, Gear 9 Dooku, Gear 9 5s, Gear 9 Rex. So I've got 9 Gear 9s right now. And then, I've slowly been trying to... I mean, I've got, I don't know, 22 million credits left. But just... You'll see that, this block of characters from here up are all kind of the ones I've been focused on. Phasma. Better nodes for level 8? What do you mean by that, Delar? Yeah, so, like I said, Chirpa, I love that guy. I'm going to gear him up and get his abilities. All the Ewoks, that's my next mission. So you see, let's start from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and I think I got one more up here. I think it's a Night Sister. where she went. Let's see here, 16. I swear I thought I had a nicer. So what are we looking at? 16. Yeah, there's the Night Sister. 17. So there's 77 characters available now, and I only have 17 that are not purple gear or higher, so level 7 or higher. So 60 tunes I have at level 70 or higher. Or I mean, gear 7. I'm sorry, Delar. So if you had a question for me there, you mind repeating it? Like I said, I'm just kind of was looking around here. So I'm about, yeah. So 23 million. I've got 23 million 068. Oh, and you guys want to see my shard shop? This is, oh, these are my converted shards from doing those earlier. I don't even go in. I don't even bother. I only use these, of course, if I bought Grievous. But real live look, I have 447,120 shard currency. It's not a joke. I I definitely had a lot of additional shards when they introduced the shard shop. That's for sure. Well, all right, guys, I'm about to log off. So if you have any more questions, like I said, the chat is just kind of appearing on my screen. I'm doing this from my mobile device, so if you guys have anything else, just shoot it out there. It looks like I've got about just a few more minutes, and I can take some questions if you have any at all. Hey, Jiminy, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, Furno, I will be on Discord here probably later throughout the day. I'll probably be on voice chat and everything else like that. But I try to stay involved in as many different communities. Am I saving ally points? Whenever I get to 50,000 ally points, I just cash them in. Right now, I've got. I just went through the 50,000. I might as well do this. I went through the 50,000 a couple days ago, and I get a lot of ally points. All right, Fernando, take care. But yeah, I get a lot of ally points, and for me, it's just the low tier gear. You occasionally pull a full gear, but it's rare. Now I have seen them increase the amount of shards that have been dropping, so that's a huge benefit to a lot of free-to-play players there. But anyhow, for now, guys, I just want to say thanks for watching this short little live stream. Like I said, just kind of wanted to go through and show you some of these new light side missions. Thanks, Andrea. And then normal missions, like I said, they're really easy. And if you want to see what kind of gear you get from them, nothing's changed whatsoever. So this is A, B. Yeah, Delray, thanks a whole lot, man. I'm glad you guys are watching. I didn't think anybody was gonna watch at all. Do the Erodium have a reset? Yeah. Well, no. You can buy as many Erodium as you want. You just go in and buy them. So I think when Rex came out, I bought those just to complete him. Yeah, and so yes, guilds are coming. They are a thing. In the next update, guilds will be a feature that we've all been begging for from the beginning. I think I mentioned earlier here, I'm part of Team Instinct. We're a very tight-knit, almost family-like group. We all get along with each other really well. Great group of guys and gals. We have men and women in there. Just if you're not part of a guild, I would suggest making friends with some folks and really getting in there, because that for me, that's a lot of what it's about, is just community involvement. I'm on Lord Skunk's live streams. I'm on Reddit forums. I'm on the official forums. I'm doing live streams. I try to make videos for everybody. Do you think they should add replay to PvP? Yeah. So that's something that we've been shooting questions to the dev about, and kind of my guild again. We're always trying to interact with the devs as much as possible. We've begged for some sort of replay function so we can see how well our tunes are doing on defense. It's just That is very important because you don't know how good your team is until you actually get to see it in action. That's why I think I mentioned Galactic War is my testing ground now, because I can throw in different teams and kind of just put it on auto and see how they react. Sorry about that, but yeah. So anyhow, guys, that's it for me for right now. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I gotta get to work here shortly just to make some more money so I can keep making these videos. So thanks for watching, everyone.